Hello, Nick Dutch back on the camera again one more time. Hi there, how the heck's it going? Just answering a quick question that was left on the comment section of one of my videos, namely, why is Nick Dutch not a regular, ordinary, everyday counsellor? Well, realistically, it's just a question of round peg, square holes, really, okay? Let's give you an example. Let's say there's a massive company, a massive, multinational company, and there's an accounts department. And in the accounts department, there's two people who are precisely the same age, they went to precisely the same school, they got precisely the same school qualifications, okay? They've had precisely the same work experience prior to joining this big company. They've been in the company for the same period of time. And they're both in their second year of studying for the AAT accountancy qualification. But one of them is just better at credit control, and the other one is just better at purchase ledger because of their character, their personality, and how they think and how they perceive stuff, okay? So essentially the one who's better at credit control does the credit control, the one who's good at purchase ledger does the purchase ledger. It's quite simple, okay? And they're both doing something similar. They're both working over the telephone. They're both dealing with figures. They're both dealing with the clients. But they've got different characters and personality skills. Now, being a tarot reader as opposed to being a counsellor is great for me because there's variety. Okay, with some calls it is treated like a counselling session. With some calls it's treated like an entertainment session. Okay, within some calls there's more of the heebie-jeebie weird stuff thrown in. Okay, and it has a great deal of variety. Now, if I was doing counselling work, would I personally feel comfortable about holding it down? Realistically, probably not. I just don't feel like that. I don't have that kind of sit down and shut up mentality. I want to be able to talk. I want to be able to communicate and engage with people in a very different way and make sure I'm getting, a point across. I'm not the kind of tarot reader who wants to reiterate the same points over and over and over again, so it takes up the full 40 minutes of an extended credit card call. I don't feel comfortable doing that. So basically I play it my way. And also, if I was a full and proper accredited counsellor, would I actually be allowed to use the F word once in a while? Probably not, no, but I can do that when I'm doing tarot. I mean, I don't make a habit of it. But sometimes you just need to, give someone a bit of a kick because they need to get out of, let's say, a hysterical state of mind so they can start thinking about things in reality. Now, I'm quite well known amongst people who buy this type of service as not being your ordinary sort of sweetness and light angel and fairy type character. Obviously I'm male, I'm not female, and I've got quite a strong character which comes out, and I object to some things which I know are morally reprehensible, which other people in the same industry do. Alright, so I've got my own niche. There are people out there who like Nick Dutch for what Nick Dutch says, what Nick Dutch does. And I can be helpful to people in practice. I'm actually quite a positive force in the world. There was an atheist on YouTube who chose to block me because, he unsubscribed from me, that's right. Because he thinks that I'm having a negative effect upon society. A negative effect upon society from someone who's there to listen, to talk to people, and to try and help people when they can. That's completely and utterly incorrect. Obviously, that individual is a hard atheist, and he thinks that anything that is not atheism is basically wrong. And I would disagree. People need to be able to see life in different ways. People need to have some forms of guidance. Not everyone. It's not there for everyone. That's why there's different niches. Alright, that's why there's a counselling niche, there's a spiritual niche, there's a numerology niche, and everyone wants to use different symbols and different ideas to be able to get some kind of reflection. And some people want to smile. I know it's a strange concept for some people out there, but some people want to smile. Alright, they want their therapist to be an entertainer. They want to use entertainment as their form of therapy. They want to be able to call me up, and at the end of it, they're relaxed, they're smiling, they're happy, they're optimistic, they're hopeful, they've got something else to give them a bit of stimulation to help them get on and get by. Alright? There's so many different levels to what I do. And it's absolutely fantastic. And once in a while I can have a brilliant impact, alright, upon someone's life. And as I've said before, and I'll say it again, they can call me back and say I spoke to you a year ago, and if you hadn't said what you'd said to me, then basically I'd have lost everything. Alright, these are the facts of what I do, and I'm Nick Dutch. I'm not an ordinary, as it were, tarot reader. I'm me, and I can as best as I can be myself, and I'm not one character. We've all got different dimensions to our natures, and I can properly use this stuff. When basically, if I was a regular counsellor, I don't think I could. Alright, I've got my own talents, and that makes me feel good. And I'm culturally very diverse, and I've got great sympathies with Christianity, because I feel I have to understand Christianity because most of my customers are actually Christian. Alright, and I don't object to it. Alright, I've also got sympathies with paganism and with Wicca, and I attend pagan groups in my local area. I attend Christian groups in my local area as well as part of my hobbies. And I'm quite well rounded, and I don't just want to use one aspect of my character in my work. I know that my work is tiring, it's draining, it's exhausting. Sometimes I need to take time off and time out so I can, just let go of the stress, because this is actually hard work. I was talking to someone on Blog TV a while ago. It wasn't the most recent Blog TV session, it was a few before then. And this guy said how much he envied me because I've got an easy job. No, I haven't. I've got a very complex, very technical job, basically. And the technology is a technology of minds and personalities and how people integrate with each other and get on and get by. There's a lot to it. And I can do it. Keep cool.